Good morning. Coffee time. We're still in La Paz. We've been here for about a week, waiting for my little broken toes to heal, and probably going to be here another week and a half, 2 weeks possibly. Brenda's out with Molly from Ripple, and they're off doing whatever it is the girls do when they're hanging out together, probably causing trouble. Actually, probably sitting in a wine bar is what I think, and talking about how great their husbands are. Since she's out, I'm going to go get some souvenirs. I've lived on a sailboat for over 20 years now. Since I've lived in a tiny space for over 20 years. Trinkets, knickknacks, souvenirs, that sort of thing. Just never been a fan of them. There's no place to put it. I've always had the idea that when we're on this big trip, every country we visit, I was going to get a tattoo. Takes up no space on the boat. But it's a lifelong remembrance of what we're doing and where we've been, that sort of thing, and it has some big significance to me. So today I'm going to go get some tattoos. We've already been out for about 3 years, and we've been to seven countries, but we haven't been in one place long enough for me to actually get the tattoos as the souvenirs. So today, since I'm going to be sitting around for a little while longer, waiting for my toes to heal, and I'm not going to be swimming, jumping in the water with some fresh tattoos, I'm going to go get some. We'll see how this goes. Good luck to me.
With my little bit of Spanish and his little bit of English, we got some ideas across, and then he went to work. When we were both happy with the designs, he cleaned up and sterilized his workspace and put some new needles in his guns. And then, well, it was time for some painting. I know some of you are probably thinking it's crazy to get some tattoos done in Mexico, but Ricardo here, he was cleaner, more precise, and more professional than most of the places I've been to back in the States. It was pretty obvious he really cared about what he was doing.
Okay, it's all done. It's actually a few days later now, so they've healed up a bit. I'm not going to show you everything I got, because it's not really important, but what's significant to this trip anyways. Let's start from the beginning. This one here, I actually got the day I quit work. It seemed pretty important at the time, and it still does. So that was 3 years ago. That's the original trip souvenir anyways. This one here, I don't know if you can see that. That's for Kiribati. We sailed across the Pacific on a friend's boat for a handful of months, and when we were in Kiribati, the public transportation is what I remember most, actually. It was these little tiny buses that had huge speakers in them, loud and crazy. Part of that across the Pacific trip, that's for Vanuatu, palm trees. Palm trees, kind of makes sense. This one here's for Canada. We spent the first part of our big adventure sailing up the inside passage towards Alaska through Canada and BC. And we spent the whole time staring at trees and looking for bears. And that's actually for my daughter, her birthday. So, that I got when she was born. That's not part of the trip, but obviously it's got some pretty big significance. And this one right here, this is for Mexico. It's got stuff all around it that is pertinent to Mexico. There we go. It's done. Whether I like it or not, it's permanent. So, keep adding to it as we go. I've got a few more that I didn't get for countries we've already visited, but you can only do so much in one day. So, that'll be for a later installment. Going on a big adventure today. Been sitting on this boat for too long. Been cooped up, powering up with some coffee, then we're out of here. Hopping on a bus. We're going to
Todos Santos. We
where?
have no idea what Todos Santos. It's in Todos Santos. We're gonna go there because it's at least an adventure. We're ready for one of those.
Yep. Gotta get out of here. Going crazy. Crazy. Crazy.
Cheers.
Molly and Ben from Ripple, we're new friends. They're gonna go with us. And we'll be out of here. Should be pretty fun.
Todos Santos, here we come.
Yep,
This is why we shouldn't get a GoPro camera. We'll say things like that.
Like what?
Todos Santos, here we come!
And we
I do that.
actually invited them. I don't know why we did.
It was Jeff's idea.
It was a bad idea.
We're so excited to go somewhere. We've been trapped on the boat.
Sitting around waiting for my little broken toes to heal, well, that was getting pretty old. So on a bus we went. Any seat?
Are you sure?
No,
Can we just any seat?
I don't know.
I think so.
I'm doing that myself.
I actually want the front seat, the driver. For the next couple of hours, Ben and I listened to Brenda and Molly chatter.
Girls need girl date nights.
Yes.
It's really important.
Give me a
Very
break.
important for our
We spend a
sanity.
lot of time together on the boat, so we need some
Yeah.
girl time. Need some girl
It's good for our-
adventures with Molly. It's good for our spirit.
Now you're just rambling.
And our sanity.
And our, okay, it's good for our sanity is what it
Well, I guess they've got some valid points. Even though Ben and I are pretty much perfect, I could see how they might need a break now and then. And after what seemed like a longer bus ride than it was, we made it to Todos Santos. We made it. First, we gotta find some lunch. I'm starving. After roaming the streets for just a little bit, we stumbled upon this place. Cuban food in Mexico. Why not? Yeah. You like to watch people eat?
It's one of my favorite
Got some
pastimes.
ribs, Cuban ribs.
Just a little bit.
Delicious.
After powering up with lunch, we were back to doing what we do best, roaming aimlessly. Hotel California. Heard rumors that Eagles are actually suing these people. Kind of weird. And it's sadly true. Even though this hotel has been around since the 1950s, the rock stars have filed a lawsuit this year claiming infringement on one of their most popular songs. Been around since 1723. And this mission from the early 1700s? Well, no lawsuit that I'm aware of. After we brushed up on some of our Todos Santos history, we checked out this desert botanical garden, which was pretty cool. After the gardens, it was back to the city streets, where we were on the hunt for a little fix. And luckily, we found this place. That's a latte.
I love a latte.
Next up is the Arts and Cultural Center, which I'll tell you in just a second was pretty cool. Pretty cool in here. See? What'd I tell you?
What does it mean to say, please not stuck to lawn? Thanks for understanding.
Don't step on the lawn.
Stuck?
Step on it.
Oh, but it's so pretty.
It's the first time we've seen green grass in months.
All we want to do is...
Can't remember the last time we saw green grass.
Is it real?
It's real.
Yeah, I will here.
I just want to roll on it.
Don't stuck on it.
That's why...
It says don't step on it.
Just stuck. It says stuck.
And the girls, well, they couldn't resist.
Oh my god, it smells good and everything. Oh, it's so lovely. Try to do it.
It's really nice. It smells good. It's like
What if he
earthy.
yells at me? Oh, Does it smell good? It smells like summer.
After stucking on the lawn, the only place that seemed appropriate was here. After we felt like we had a pretty good feel of Todos Santos, we hopped on another bus and went back to La Paz. We made it. Another successful trip. I'm starving. Nice job, team. High five.
Todos Santos.
Made it.
We did it.
We survived.
Survived.
With another successful trip in the books, we gotta go stuff our faces.
Specialty. Yitas. It's got bacon, mushrooms, peppers,
Always happens.
guacamole, and salsa.
Have to try yours.
Shrimp. Chili relleno.
Yeah.
Good morning. Coffee. Big day today. We've been away from our good friend Mike for a handful of weeks. And there he is. He's back. He was off gallivanting around Mexico while we were hanging out here. And now he's back and it's his big birthday. So, tonight, it's birthday party time for big old Mike. Happy birthday, Mike.
But before the big party, we've gotta run some errands. Finally broke down and put out our shade, and it is nice. It's like a big wind tunnel. It's nice and cool. Living it up in the shade. It's a scorcher today. It's gonna be 100. Big test, see if we survive. 100. How do you feel about that?
Great.
We haven't had much luck finding fabric in Mexico, but in La Paz, we found this place.
Trying to get fabric for our paddleboards, make some covers, protect them in the sun, and need some more fabric for another bike bag. And this is the place to get it. It's huge.
And with a whole section devoted to marine canvas, this place had everything.
Got a bag of material, walk back home.
In the heat.
It's 100 degrees.
It's hot. Load it up. Heading out for Mike's big birthday. Big 4-8. He's an old timer now. Off to his big birthday party. You coming, Brenda? Always waiting for Brenda. Always. Yep, and we're on. And here he is, the big birthday boy. Happy birthday, Mike. And the best thing about having a bunch of friends around, I can always find somebody to share with. Este es para usted.
Okay. Muy bien.
It's Marlin.
Marlin, both side. And this is
Uno.
no. It's big.
This is stuffed shrimp with marlin, and a stuffed pepper with marlin. Stuffed. It's looking good. I'm actually pretty excited about this. And that's about it for this episode. Join us next time as we work our way north into the Sea of Cortez. This could be one of the best things I've had so far.